years ago, we stepped into the gates of a brand new medical school with no footsteps to follow. Just hope, grit, and a deep sense of purpose. Today, I speak not just for myself, but for every dream quietly nurtured, every voice that once trembled, and every step taken, even when the path ahead felt long, unclear, and uncertain.
I have this best regard to all doctors because if God has created us and has given us the great gift of life, you, dear doctors, are the vessels for that life of ours to continue to be alive.
Can you feel it? There's a rushing wind at our back, and we're rushing in. Don't even know where we'll land. Can you hear it? There's a steady sound getting.
You too can be a witness of your faith when you make things happen because you love your patients. Put that best foot forward always when you are with your patients. Congratulations. We need doctors like you. Learn to love. Learn to serve with joy.
And enjoy the ride. After all the ups and downs, this is our time.
Please help me welcome the graduating batch of Cebu Normal University Vicente Soto Memorial Medical Center College of Medicine, the batch Prima Cordis.
More than a dance in the waves, like we never danced before. 'Cause we found something to hold on to now. So we hold on and enjoy the ride.
You're actually watching history unfolding because this is the first ever CNU State University and also the first ever CNU VSMMC College of Medicine Investiture and Commencement exercises. this point, I would like to welcome everyone. For those of you who are not aware, this is actually a star-studded affair. We have plenty of visitors.
Esteemed guests, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the 22 candidates for graduation from Cebu Normal University Vicente Soto Memorial Medical Center College of Medicine, I have the distinct honor to respectfully submit this petition, that we be formally invested the academic hood corresponding to the degree of Doctor of Medicine, which we have satisfactorily completed in accordance with the requirements as prescribed by our faculty and approved by the Commission on Higher Education. May this hood symbolize our readiness to uphold the responsibilities and the ideals of the medical profession.
It is my distinct honor to present to you the Board Resolution of the Cebu Normal University Board of Regents authorizing the University President to confer degrees and academic awards in this investiture and commencement ceremony.
By virtue of the authority and powers vested in me by the Board of Regents of Cebu Normal University, pursuant to Board Resolution Number 53, Series of 2025, consistent with the pertinent provisions of Republic Act 8292 and its 2022 implementing rules and regulations, and Republic Act 8688 and its 2024 implementing rules and regulations, having been recommended by the faculty of the CNU VSMMC College of Medicine, duly approved by the Academic Council of the University and the Senior Board of Regents, I do hereby authorize and grant your authority of imposition and donning of your respective academic hoods and gowns and caps, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereto appertaining. Congratulations.
I would also like to mention to Dr. Manaloto, Doc, I've never met anyone who fought harder for us than you did. You've carried so much behind the scenes just to keep this school and our dreams alive. In every challenge, you were always the first to think of us, and even the toughest decisions came from a place of deep care and hope. As you were the last missing puzzle piece that completed and united this consortium, Doc, it felt the most right that you stand here with us. To Dr. Vatanagul, Doc Tum, Doc, we believe in you, probably because you believed in us first. You gave us your time and guidance, and you even drove us all the way to Bacolod just so we could represent our school and clinch that regional championship title in our graduating year. Doc, for all the things left said and unsaid, thank you, and we believe in you. To my mentors, Dr. Rai and Dr. Luisa Ko, our mentors and teachers, both past and present, as your firstborn class leaves the nest, lift your heads high. The heights we've reached were built on your sacrifices and the love you've poured into us. Now the rest of the world will experience it, your sacrifices and love overflowing. Thank you for the time you gave us, and now your legacy lives on in every community we will serve, every patient we will comfort, and every fight we will take on for access to healthcare. It begins today. To the ever-reliable not-teaching staff who have become the quiet backbone of this institution, Miss Janie, Sir Nilmark, Miss V, Miss I, Miss Lisa, Miss Tin, Sir Peach, Sir Lance, and our newest family members, Miss Shira and Miss Felicity, thank you. To our security guards and maintenance staff who kept our spaces safe, clean, and running, thank you for your steady presence and everyday kindness. To the residents who mentored us in the hospitals, and to the fellow clerks from other schools we've worked with throughout clerkship, thank you for the camaraderie and shared learning. Now allow me to be more personal. Now, the most defining moment of my journey came in 2024, the year I lost my father. There is no training for that kind of grief. I kept showing up not because I was strong, but because I had no choice. And after he passed, I wondered if he could still see me, and if he did, I was afraid he'd only see me falling apart. I'm sure we can all relate that when our parents and our families would ask us how we were during med school, we always said, okay ra, laban raman. Kapoy, pero kayanon ra. But the truth, many days we didn't feel strong. We broke under pressure. We fell short and felt like the frauds just barely getting by. And at my lowest, I feared that was what my father was seeing. As aspiring first-generation doctors with no one in our families who truly understood the path we were walking, we often wondered if they ever noticed the cracks beneath the surface. The nights we came home too tired to speak, the mornings we left pretending we had it all together, and we wondered if they knew how many times we wanted to give up or how hard we were fighting just to stay afloat. It's a strange kind of guilt, wanting to make your parents proud while constantly feeling like you're falling short. So our mas and pas, they never asked for praise, never pressured us or anything, but we remember the bank loans, the promissory notes, the unanswered calls to distant relatives just so we could continue our education. To my mother, who also celebrates her birthday today, I admire you, Ma, for carrying the weight of this journey after Papa's passing. Mama, I made it through med school with zero tuition fees. Thank you, and this is for you. To our families, thank you for giving us the time and space to chase this dream. Behind the late replies, the missed birthdays, and long absences, it was a struggling medical student longing for a simple I miss you or I love you to continue. Despite the many moments that remind us that while we care for others, we sometimes lose time with our own. Time is cruel, but we give it anyway. Because to serve, to heal, that too is living life to the fullest and time well spent. And while that may be the most defining moment of my life, this batch carried me through it. The same people who stayed up late with me during council work were the ones who showed up for my father's wake in Bantayan Island, traveling overnight after class just to catch the next boat back the next morning. That is time, and that's love. To Stress, my clerkship group, our batch officers, past and present, the Medicine Student Council and the Volcor, batches Syncytium, Dexterra, and Aether Cura, thank you. And to my prima, I coined Prima Cordis to mean the first heart of the college, but it was all of you who gave it life. You were the pulse that kept the school alive when things got difficult. You were the strength behind every class effort, the laughter in the quietest rooms, the courage behind the tears we never let others see. You were my reminder that we were never alone in this fight. Prima Cordis wasn't just a name, it was a declaration that even in the face of uncertainty, we would lead with heart, and we did. Clerkship was our journey of building confidence, learning and unlearning, finding the words our patients could understand, and advocating so they too could be heard. We endured early endorsements, late endorsements, and everything in between. We held hands with patients at their most vulnerable. And through it all, we were quietly transformed, not suddenly, but deeply. You do not have to be the brightest to be of value. It was the small, consistent choices of showing up, listening, caring, being present. Because presence given fully and sincerely can be just as powerful as any prescription. Even at this point, I know I still have much to learn, but I remain willing, curious, and committed to learning not just from my mentors and colleagues, but most of all from the patients who continue to teach us how to serve. Now I leave you with this message. Our oaths won't erase poverty. Our diplomas won't heal every wound or fix a broken system overnight. But still, we show up, we study, we serve, and we hope. One of my favorite lines from someone that I really idolize, which I hold close and I would like to share. This really helped me through a lot. She said, she meant this generation, are idealists. You want to change the world, but you often fall short not because you lack will, but because everything becomes overwhelming. Especially when you're up against a system that feels immovable. And then she said, take up space where space is given. Find those spaces where you are welcome to do good. Make change in that space. Make it so good, so honest, and so empowering that it becomes big enough for others too. Since then, I stopped waiting for the world to fix itself. I just started doing what I could with where I was, what I had, and the time I was given. I wasn't alone, and that's exactly what we've been doing all along. And so today, I don't just speak as an awardee or a graduate. I speak for those who have fallen, stood up, and chosen to try again countless times in medicine. Still, with passion that didn't come from textbooks, but from witnessing the everyday realities of patients living between paychecks and those who do not have the luxury of good health-seeking behaviors. If we as students, future doctors, refuse to be bothered just because we are not yet the decision makers, then we are complicit in preserving the very systems that we criticize. Before we were students, we were Filipinos. Bago naging doktor, tayo'y tao para sa bayan. I've never been one to boast, but I will always be proud to carry the name CNU VSMMC. Not because of recognition, but because it proved one thing. Public medical education works. This was a school built not for profit, but for purpose. And to every student who comes after us, and every batch who will carve their own paths, may you give back the time that you were given. May you serve with both skill and soul to your patients who are somebody's brother, sister, father, mother, or partner. In medicine, we're often asked, how many more years until you're done? We will probably hear more of it after graduation. And while the path may be long, uncertain, and even painful, we continue. In times like these, when medicine is as political as it is personal, we look to those who came before us, who proved that this vocation can be a force for truth, justice, and healing with time served. So if our steps can lift others and give them the hope that they need, then the journey is worth it. Congratulations, class of 2025. Time has passed, yes, but the best of it is yet to come. May we continue to be 22 strong until the board exams, manifesting that we will get the school's first 100% for the College of Medicine. Padayon para sa bayan, padayon para sa katauhan. Thank you very much.
Heading out on our own with our hope in the clouds. And we're starting to see that we're onto something. Feel it coming, we'll keep running. Nothing in our way, and we got no reason to wait. Let the journey take you.
Honorable President,
We'll continue.
by virtue of the authority vested in me and upon the recommendation of the faculty and in accordance with the curriculum approved by the Commission on Higher Education, I have the distinct honor to formally present to you the 22 candidates for graduation from the Cebu Normal University, Vicente Soto Memorial Medical Center, College of Medicine. These candidates have satisfactorily fulfilled all the academic and clinical and institutional requirements prescribed for the degree of Doctor of Medicine. Accordingly, they are hereby endorsed to receive their diplomas, certificate of completion, and official transcripts of record. I further certify that these candidates have complied with all academic, moral, and institutional standards set forth by Cebu Normal University and are deemed fully qualified and worthy of this academic graduation.
To see a never-ending world that's beautiful. Here we go, with the sunlight on our skin. It's a brand new day, it's ours to take, and we will let it in. This is where the adventure begins. Here we go. Here we go. Heading out on our own with our hope in the clouds. We're starting to see that we're onto something. Feel it coming now. Here we go. All we need is an open road and a chance to see a never-ending world that's beautiful. Here we go, with the sunlight on our skin. It's a brand new day, it's ours to take, and we will let it in. This is where the adventure begins.